Today is June the 28th, 2017. I want to illustrate what at first may appear to be some type of inconsistency in diagnostic radiology charges. I have only noticed this in the diagnostic radiology charge section, and I cannot think of an example where this would occur, but let me illustrate this. We're looking at 72141. We've done a search for this CPT code in the Shreveport, Louisiana area. And it brings up first radiologist. And they look at the charges these individuals have charged in a facility setting. And then if you look across, you will look at the various charges, and they're fairly consistent. Most of them are in the $300, maybe up to $400, but mostly $300 charge. There's nothing there that appears to be inconsistent, and the overall average is $315. But then we go to 72141 in an office setting, and this is where it looks weird at first, because if you look at the charge, $1,500, $700, $800, $900, $1,500, $328, $1,000. It's like there's a pretty significant range here. And how do you explain such an, really it's an inconsistency is what it appears to be. And I believe the answer is, and I'm researching this now, but any one of these radiologists can read MRIs either in a facility setting or an office setting. If they're in a facility setting, it is almost 99.9% certain that the facility, such as a hospital, will bill for the MRI. The facility, the hospital, hires these individuals to come in and perform their services, and then the radiologist bills for the service under their own name and identification number. So these radiologists very likely sitting in hospitals or some type of facility setting, reading the MRIs, and then billing. And these numbers are fairly consistent and stable. But what happens if these radiologists bill from an office setting? Keep in mind, office settings can have different definitions, but the range of the charges seems unexplainable. I think the explanation is that any radiologist reading in what would be considered an office setting could be reading that MRI as a part of an outpatient diagnostic clinic that they may be part owner in, or whether they're some other situation where the diagnostic clinic outpatient bills the entire charge for the MRI, both technical and component, in one billing. So this 72141 is very likely covers both the professional charge and the technical. And because it is an outpatient clinic or an outpatient radiology setting, they will use the O. On the $328, keep in mind that any one of these radiologists may be part owners in a radiology clinic, and also they could simply go to another competing radiology clinic and do private work for them when they have an overflow. So it may well be that Dr. Campbell has chosen to simply read MRIs on an outpatient basis for diagnostic clinics that are outpatient. In other words, this individual may have no ownership in any of these radiology clinics. He simply reads them and charges his fee. And then you have a situation such as Dr. Kramer, where he may be a part owner in a diagnostic clinic, and that clinic will bill the entire charge, but he also may do reading for other individuals where he only bills his professional charge. And then once you average them out, it's $1,070. If you look further, let's look at orthopedic surgery. Now, this is where an orthopedic surgeon reads the MRI, and you can see the fee, $1,100, $1,100, $1,300. It is my belief that this orthopedic surgeon at their clinic very likely has an MRI machine. So he orders the MRI, he reads it, and his clinic bills for the entire amount. And this is fairly normal, I think. And you can see that where the orthopedic surgeon on an outpatient basis has both apparently reads and charges for the entire amount of the service, is fairly consistent. Also note you don't see orthopedic surgeons reading MRIs at a facility, because I doubt that a facility would hire an orthopedic surgeon to read an MRI. They're going to have a radiologist do that. And the same thing on the neurosurgeon. These individuals very likely have a clinic in which there is an MRI machine. Now, we're working on this to kind of verify it, but the radiology chart is one area that it can be confusing, and you just have to look at it carefully and then probably validate the charge that you're getting. And that's my thoughts at this point, and I think we'll probably talk about this some more at some point.